Okie dokie. Hello, YouTube. We are playing a game called Getting Over It, and this is an interesting game. I've played it a lot, but I have not beaten it because it is a very, very difficult game. So,
dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it. If you want an argument with a friend and then later discovered
you were
they
wrong.
just returned to their original view, starting over is harder than starting up. If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel
Alright,
free to go away and come back. I'll be here.
thank you, Bennett Foddy. So, this is Getting Over It by...
Alright, thanks for coming with me on this
Yep.
trip. And I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point. Just find a safe place to stop and quit the game. Don't worry, I'll save your progress, always. Even your mistakes.
Even my mistakes.
This
So
game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002, titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazzo,
Oh no!
a mysterious
Oh no!
Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products.
Mm-hmm.
In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game. It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery, and the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything. Anyway, when you start Sexy Hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in Sexy Hiking is real. The obstacles in Sexy Hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazzo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this mountain. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it,
Oh.
and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past the new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real. When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas, and that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with, and in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world, not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
Come on. So, Thank you, Bennett Foddy. This is getting over it. I sure hope I'm saying that name right, because if I'm not, I'm gonna be super embarrassed. But by like 2 people, so it's not like there's a lot of people watching me. Um, this is like he said, it's designed after a game that is frustrating, and in its right sense, this game is also very frustrating. Like I said, I've played this game before, but now, am I getting like 2 frames per second? Is that what I'm saying? 'Cause that's what I'm getting. That's really strange. I shouldn't be getting that. I should be getting way better than that. Hold on. Um, yeah, we are struggling.
Is B music, B philosophy.
B philosophy. Um, I'm still like understanding like exactly what this game is trying to preach, but it's I don't know. I like it a lot, but basically because of the physics, and I'm trying to actually get over it. I have played this game a little bit, as you can tell. We know a few tricks of the trade, but we are still.
Oh, you just lost a lot of
Oh
progress.
yeah, a lot
That's
of
a
it.
deep frustration, a real punch in the gut.
Ugh. Ugh.
Oof, sorry about that.
Yeah, thanks for that. Appreciate it. No,
Oh, it happened again. Keep on trying, don't let it get to you.
the same little bump in the night. So we got latch on here. As soon as we. This is a difficult portion of this game. Very difficult indeed. But we got past it. Now this is the part that I cannot get past for the
An
life of me.
orange is sweet, juicy, locked inside a bitter peach.
It's unfortunate. I don't even know if any of this is recording, but I'm hoping, anyways.
Play them blues there, boy, play 'em. Down in the jail on my knees. I'm down in jail on my knees. Down in jail on my knees, and I ain't going to be treated this way. They feed me on cornbread and cheese. They feed me on cornbread and cheese. They feed me on cornbread and cheese, and I ain't going to be treated this way.
Ugh.
Let's go to town, boys. Hey, buddy. Lord, Lord, Lord.
Well, I don't think this is working anymore, so we're gonna end the stream. Yes, we are.